Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kathy and I'm really happy that you've joined me today. This is a Finance React channel and without further ado, let's get started. So the title for today's story submission in this episode is Help, I earn 85,000 but have zero savings. Okay, I am 35 years old and married with a 1-year-old daughter. I'm a consultant for a variety of services. On average, I make 85,000 net every month. First of all, congratulations. You have a 1-year-old daughter, you're a new mom in town, Congratulations to you. We pray for health and happiness to you and your daughter. So congratulations. 85,000 is an okay salary to have. You can be able to make it with any sort of income, live somewhat a comfortable life. All that matters is where you're spending your money. You can earn a lot of money and still get broke. So we need to look at where you're spending your money. 85,000 is, you can survive on it very well. I live in Pipeline area in Nairobi County. My budget includes food, 12,000, rent, 12,500, Wi-Fi, 2,500, entertainment, 5,000, black tax, 5,000, friends, 5,000, tithe, 8,500, airtime, 2,000, pocket money, 5,000, clothes, 10,000, nanny, 8,000, baby items, 10,000. Girl, you've been very honest. You've told us where you're spending this 85,000 in. Let's look at these expenses together, okay? Food, 12,000, I'd say it's fine because you're looking at, you have a newborn, you're saying that you have a nanny already, so you're looking at 3 people. Granted, the baby is young, is not eating that much. So I would say probably 12,000 is fine, 2 adults and 1 baby. Rent, 12,500. I think that's reasonable. There is, I know that calculation of your rent should be a certain percentage of your net salary. So I'm curious to see if the finance advisor will factor that in because I know there is a calculation. I'll find it and probably I'll see if I can put it down here. Wi-Fi, 2,500. That's okay. That actually seems very fair. Because I know my package with the green man is, I think, around 2,900. So I think this is a fair one. But if there's something more affordable, why the heck not? Go. Anyway, entertainment, 5,000. Now let's get into these nitty-gritties. When you say this entertainment 5,000, what exactly does that mean? What are you exactly entertaining yourself with 5,000? Because we already see that you have friends 5,000. I would say keep the 5,000 friends because you need friends. This world, things can happen to you and mental health is something very important. You need friends you can be able to talk to. You need adult friends that you can be able to talk to. This life is not very kind. Most of us, you need people you can talk to, granted hopefully good friends, that you can bond and share. You do need friends to talk to for sure. However, what exactly is happening with this entertainment of 5,000? Because if you're like paying for Netflix, you're paying for DSTV, my friend, you can easily regain that 5,000 Kenya shillings because you are saying that you do not have any savings. That is money that you can easily pick and put it into, your money market fund. You can easily save that. I think that's an easy save, 5,000. If you need entertainment that much, watch YouTube. I watch YouTube. It is free of charge. It is very entertaining. I am entertained. I can even watch my news. My dear. Black tax, 5,000. Fine. We'll give that one to you because as Africans, Iwezi pita. Like tunalipanga. We all pay for it, so I'll leave that home for you. Tithe 8,500. I'm not saying do not tithe. I'm just saying, if you feel like you are in a financial hole, can you consider this, not contributing for some time? I am not saying not to contribute forever. I'm just saying pause it. Just pause a bit for like a year or 2 or 3, up until your finances are in order, and then continue tithing. Or the other option, if you feel 3 years is a long time to not contribute, consider halving this tithe. Instead of 8,500, half it to maybe 4,000. So that you have some 4,000 somewhere. I am not saying that you should not tithe. Okay. I know tithing is an extremely religious and personal choice. I am just giving you an option. You've asked for assistance. This is mine. Listen. I am not saying when you're in trouble, the church will not come and help you. Maybe you go to a very nice church that any emergency that you have, the church comes through for you. Because, my dear, you have 0 savings. You have a young baby. Anything that comes, you will have to, seek outwardly for assistance. You don't have anything within you that you can pick from. Maybe this church is good enough that will, watakufanyia mchango, mchango mzuri. That is why, you're paying the 8,500 as tithe religiously. Oh God, I'm just digging myself into a hole. Okay. If you believe in tithing, my darling, please continue tithing. It is fine with me. I'm just saying, as an option, consider halving this or pause paying for like a year or 2 or 3 or even 4. Have you seen our churches? Our churches do well. Churches and politicians are the only industries that are doing well. Everyone else is suffering except these 2 people. So you can afford to pause. The church can afford to let you pause. You can afford to let yourself pause. If you need somebody to tell you can pause, I have told you. I have no business being in your life and giving you advice. Just take advice from a stranger. You can pause. The church will be fine. The church will be fine. Anyway. Hey, another thing. Clothes. 10,000. Don't you think 10,000 is too much? It is not too much for everybody. But for you who does not, have any sort of savings, for you who's saying that you have 85,000 and these are your bills, 10,000 every single month is too much. Yeah? Can you consider buying cheaper clothes? I mean, mtumba pia bado tunangara. Okay, mi singarangi, but people wanangara na mtumba sana. Where? Have you not seen that? Watu wanakaa chef's kiss. Where? 10,000 every month. The person you buy from must be a very happy seller to you, because this is a commitment. Every single month. If you calculate that for a year, you have spent 120,000 just on clothes. How does your closet look like? What is this job that you're working that requires you to have 10,000 as clothes every single month? I think there's absolute savings you can do. Shop every 2 to 3 months or even 4 months. It's fine. It's okay. Okay. Nanny 8,000. That's okay. Yeah? Our nannies are expensive. This is Nairobi. I think the minimum wage bill was passed. I'm not very sure. And the minimum you can pay is probably like 12 or is it 15? So even this 8,000, my dear, it may not suffice. You may need to increase the wages for your nanny. Even more reason why you cannot afford the 10,000, clothes every single month, because your bills are only getting higher. Baby items 10,000. What exactly are you spending this 10,000? Is it like diapers? Yeah? Because it obviously cannot be clothes. Baby's clothes are mia. As if you 10,000. Yeah? Is there an opportunity for us to save maybe something and put it into a savings pot? Yeah? But then I also understand this is your firstborn baby. Yeah? A baby girl at that. Maybe just want to splurge on her. So I do understand, though we need to look into also the future. As much as it's nice enough to splurge now, it may be important for us to look at, the future tomorrow. What can we be able to do for this baby? And also remember the fact that the more a baby grows, the more expensive they are. So they say wanakujanga na sahani, but this sahani is very, very empty. It's for you to fill it up. So let's look at that. I have no savings to speak of, and I feel like I'm in a cursed profession. No, you're not. It's not a cursed profession. What you're feeling is more of overwhelmed. Don't forget that you're doing this by yourself. I'm hoping it is safe for me to assume so. It is not easy. Remember, just last year you were singular like this. You didn't have all these bills. You did not have, a nanny 8,000 to pay for. You did not have baby items to pay for, all these things. And you were living actually in excess before you got your baby. So you were in a very good, very comfortable position. However, at this point, that is not a luxury that you have. That is why you're feeling overwhelmed, because you're still maintaining the same lifestyle that you had. In this case, last time before you had a baby, you could afford this 10,000, clothes every month, and it would have been fine. Right now, you cannot. So let's see what you can be able to do to scale back on our expenses so that you don't feel as overwhelmed as you're feeling right now. Yeah? Now that I'm a mother, I can't afford to continue like this. No, you cannot. I need to start saving, secure my child's future, and get a plot somewhere and build. How do I achieve this in the shortest time possible? Mary. These are lovely dreams, and we want you to have them. We want you to secure your child's future. We want you to build somewhere so that you can be a homeowner. These are absolutely wonderful dreams. I cannot wait to hear what the financial advisor tells you to do and how to manage your money so that you can be able to achieve these dreams. Yeah. The advice today comes from Chacha Nyegoti Bichanga, a financial coach at Chachanomics Consulting Firm and the author of Mastering Your Money. Your total monthly expenditure amounts to 85,500 against your net salary of about 85,000. You are spending beyond your earning capacity. Hii 500 inatoka wapi? Unaiomba kutoka wapi? Mshwari. And remember, if you borrow from Mshwari, you pay it with interest. I know. Nimeomba juzi. I have paid back painfully. My friend. There are also weak points in your finances. You have no provisions for saving or emergencies. That is true. We're praying for light and love for you and your baby. But my dear, at this point, you're living on the cliff edge. You're playing Russian roulette with life. My dear, you need to have an emergency fund. And especially now that you have a baby. It is better to be safe and sorry. Okay? So let's see how you can fix that. Because you need that budget. You need an emergency fund. You're not in a cursed profession, but you need to cut off excesses. True. You need to work with a budget in line with your financial goals. First, Classify your expenses into 3 categories: highly essential, essential, and non-essential. Category A are essential expenses that include food, rent, nanny, baby items, emergency, and medical costs. Category B entails airtime, Wi-Fi, clothes, and tithe. Category C encompasses black tax, entertainment, and friends. Reduce the expenditure on Category A, but do away with Category C if possible, or cut down the expenses. Reduce spend on food and baby items. Cumulatively, you're spending $22,000, which is 26%. Downscale by buying food in bulk at discounted prices when in season, especially for consumables like cereals. Preserve the food well and curb any wastage by the maid. Buy baby items once in 3 months instead of every month. Try and save around 5,000. Meambiwa, I have not said it. Look at your house managers. Okay. But I do love this advice. He's saying that, buy in bulk, see whether you can be able to go shopping at places like wholesale so that you can be able to get value for money. This is very, very nice, tangible advice. I like it. On rent, cut down to 10,000 and save 2,500 by moving to a cheaper house. You will save 7,500 from category A. Okay. I don't necessarily think that I agree with this one specifically, because when it comes to matters of housing, there's so many things that you want to consider. Security is one of them. What if where she's staying, paying the 12,500, it's secure because she has a now newborn. She needs to really think about security even at a higher level at this point, because now she has a dependent. If maybe this 12,500 is what is getting her a 1-bedroom house, if she moves to a 10,000 house, she'll probably need to move to maybe a bed sitter or something. I mean, for her to just save 2,500, I think she can maintain that house. What if maybe it's like a trade-off as well? Where she's staying, she's near her clients, she doesn't need to travel very far, If she moves to maybe a cheaper house that is farther away, she'll have to sacrifice and maybe pay transport. There's so many things that you consider when you're picking up a house. So I don't think this is the best advice just to save 2,500. I think there's so many other places that she can be able to save on without really looking at the rent. Yeah. Retain the emergency expenses, but this will be better handled under a savings and investment scheme. So consider taking this money, to a money market fund. Cut down your expenses on airtime and Wi-Fi to around 2,000 and save 2,500 by subscribing to cheaper monthly offers for airtime and internet bundles. Yeah. If there's something affordable out there, why not? Go. You do not need to buy clothes every month. True. Budget to buy once in 6 months and save 5,000. In total, you will save 7,500 from category B. Tithe, being a spiritual and religious commitment, can be retained at 10%. Really? We are squeezing her on all fronts, but tithe is where we draw the line? Okay. Moving on very swiftly. Reduce the expenditure on black tax and friends by half. You can do away with entertainment or reduce it significantly to 2,000 and save 3,000. Agreed. And especially if this your friend's budget is mostly to go out somewhere, have a good time. If you're spending 5,000 maybe on like meals, like dinner or lunches, consider doing a coffee, something that is cheaper. If these are your true friends, they'll actually be able to understand you, and your financial predicament. In total, you'll save 8,000 from category C. The total sum of the reduced expenses amounts to 22,500, which can be channeled to a saving and investment scheme. Imagine that. Just from cutting here and there, you already have 22,000 that you can be able to save. And you don't put this money in a bank. You do what the banks do. Banks use your money and they take your money and they put it in different financial instruments, like government bonds, the bills, the treasury bills, and then they get a considerable amount of, like interest. And then for you, if you're putting your money and they're telling you will give you 10% interest, guess what? They are getting way, way, way more using your money for all these investments that they're in. So do what the banks do. Take your money and let your money work passively for you. Imagine that. Somebody is using your money to make more money for themselves. Is that painful? Have you felt the pain? Do not keep your money at the bank. At this point, my bank is, a highway. Money comes in, money goes out. The only money that stays in my bank account is for my bills. And that's it. The 2 coins that I have that I can save. Because my bills, I have so many bills. And at this point, it's even 1 coin. Because the government has gone with shift, the government has gone with taxing levy, the government has gone with pay. The 1 coin that remains is not staying in the bank. It is going somewhere. Do what the banks are doing. Anyway, alternatively, you can use the 20-30-20 budgeting guide and channel 50%, that is 42,750 of your income, to essential expenses. 30%, which is 26,650, to saving and investing, and 20%, which is 17,110, to unnecessary expenses. To save consistently, set smarter financial goals that consider the short term, which is 12 months, medium term, which is 2 to 5 years, and long term, which is more than 5 years. The savings schemes should have 3 parts: irregular expenses, emergency, and investments. Channel the pocket money of 5,000 to a money market fund that earns 10% compound interest. Out of the disposable income of 22,500, yenye tulipata after cutting down on 1 to 3, channel 8,000 to an emergency money market fund earning a compound interest of at least 10%, and 14,500 to a SACCO. A SACCO is good. You will earn dividends. In 3 years, you will have accumulated 317,760 in the money market account, which is inclusive of withholding tax of 15% of the interest and 2% annual account management fee. On SACCO deposits, you will have 522,000, which is not inclusive of annual dividends for the 3 years. The SACCO savings will help you get a loan of 1.5 million using the times 3 multiplier factor. You can use this loan to buy land in the outskirts of Nairobi and build a simple structure for living in or renting out. Just imagine, in 3 years, 1, 2, 3, you will have an emergency fund, you will have bought land, you will have built your own simple structure just by doing a few things here and there. This is amazing. And we don't stop there. To secure your child's education, do due diligence on the insurance products available in the market and get one for your daughter. An affordable cover may range from 3,500 to 5,000. Just look at that. If you do a few things here and there, you'll also be able to secure your girl's future, because these insurance products will mature eventually. You'll be able to reap all these benefits and your girl will be able to fly high and high, just because of making a few changes here and there. This is what you want for your Mary, like all this good stuff. Yeah? About upscaling your consultancy services, you need to specialize on the most needed consultation service. Establish a working system, hire staff, and train them well on how to handle clients. Delegate. Do a market survey on most essential services on high demand, then work on it. Spreading your energies on multiple services may not be productive in the long run. We know you're an expert, you are a consultant. Yeah, you know how to do your thing and you know how to do them well. Teach, because there's money in teaching, right? Anyway, I love this advice for you. I love the fact that every single goal that you have articulated that you would want, you have now a step by step, process on how to be able to achieve this. And this is what you want. Even with that 85,000, just making a few moves here and there will get you what you want, will get you the future that you need, and will get you your dream, desires, and goals. So I absolutely love this advice that you've been given, with the exception of a few things here and there. I still think you can be able to gain more from the time. But anyway, we'll let on that one go. If you stuck with me through the end, please leave for me a yellow heart emoji so that I can see you've been with me till now. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for giving me your time. And until next time, make good choices and really be safe out there. Sound very safe. Bye.